Hey nerd, what's up? I am Brano. Guys, it's really no use that every villain has something good that sometimes not even the hero, okay? Even the hero can have, and in the universe of Naruto, there are villains everywhere and each one of them has some good. Now, what are they? I'm glad you asked, okay? Now stay right where you are and you will find out everything by the end of this video. But before we get into the content, please subscribe because, it helps me so much, and since I just started this YouTube channel, you're gonna help me, right? Because you're my best friend and I love you. Kimimaru. There was not a guy more dedicated than Kimimaru, okay? Even though he wasn't very important for the story in general, but the little he participated was enough to impress everyone. Guys, he had incredible fights against Naruto, Rock Lee, and Gaara, okay? But his highest point was when he fought Orochimaru after dying. You heard right, okay? The guy rose from the grave to fight for his master, using pure just willpower, which left even Kabuto with his jaw dropped, okay, from being impressed. Sasuri. Guys, Sasuri was a genius of puppeteering jutsu, okay? It's like puppet, with the ding-ding-ding-ding. Okay, either way. He was an incredible master in this art. Nobody after him, and much less before him, surpassed him in this art. If he had used all of his puppets to defend the village hidden in the sand, many innocent people would have been saved. But the guy was just too mad. Guys, he created more than 200 puppets until he died. It's no use. He may have been evil, but he was an incredible master. You can't deny that. He was the best in his area of expertise by far. The guy even created a puppet of the third Kazekage. Okay, and with the unique Iron Senjutsu. Honestly, if that isn't amazing, I don't know what it is. Hanzo. Incredibly, Hanzo had good intentions, okay? A few years ago, Hanzo wanted peace. So much so that he created very strong international ties. He was a leader who tried to defend his village and tried too hard to create an international unit. Just like Naruto, Nagato, and Jiraiya did. But unfortunately, he got lost and became a villain and couldn't make that dream come true. Orochimaru. Orochimaru's expertise could provide extreme advances in medicine. Hear me out, okay? He did countless experiments to try to reach immortality, and all this made him learn many methods that could make science and medicine advance far beyond what it is right now. If he wasn't a selfish guy, he could have taught other medical ninjas and doctors around the world how to cure patients with irreversible conditions. Of course, it seems very unlikely that he would do that, but if he were to, many lives could have been saved. Kakuzu. Sure enough, Kakuzu had very few virtues, okay? He was just a money-obsessed monster. He was greed personified. And he slaughtered everyone in the village before dashing away with a missing end. But the only good thing about him was that he had deep respect for his opponents. Okay, now think about it, alright? Most villains are just mocking, teasing, or insulting the hero, but he never did any of them. To be honest, it was quite the opposite. He praised many leaf ninjas that he had to fight. Just so you can see that nothing can be 100% evil. There's always a bit of good in everyone. Danzo. This one has been, and to this day, still is strongly hated by practically all Naruto fans, okay? But Danzo really believed that he was doing good for his, beloved village of the Hidden Leaf. If everyone had a guy who protected it like him, everyone would be safe. The guy was just too hardcore, He really supported the village as an invisible root, okay? But super essential. But unfortunately, his ideas were very, extremely extreme, and he had to pay for it later. Kabuto. Orochimaru's right-hand man for years and a spy who used interesting disguises like no one else. But that wasn't all, okay? Kabuto was actually a father to many at the orphanage he called home. After he survived the Fourth World War, he returned to the orphanage and helped each one of them, okay? Mainly to discover their identities and without letting their tragical past define who they will be. He was a true life mentor for each of those orphans. Modera. Guys, the final boss of the Ninja Collision was not born a monster, okay? In fact, he dreamed of a world at peace and that no one would die, especially his loved ones. Well, was the guy a real dick? Yeah, he was, okay? But his dreams were actually noble, alright? Sadly though, he's a villain, and just as it goes with, every other villain, he ended up going too far to achieve his goals, so you can already tell. And of course, the idea of trapping the world in a genjutsu to force peace didn't work. Otsutsuki. Okay, now listen, I know that even though many fans turned their noses up at Kaguya, we cannot say that her ideas don't make sense. Now look, she just wanted to protect nature, okay? She didn't want humanity to destroy everything with all or disrespect and carelessness, with nature. But of course, she, like practically everyone on this list, went too far to avoid the destruction of nature. And Naruto, along with Sasuke, had to defeat her. But we cannot deny that trying to protect nature was a very important goal. Zabuza. The swordman Zabuza was Naruto's first villain. But even though he was the first, he still made everyone sweat in fear. Even Sasuke was shivering his timber. But Zabuza was very different. He adopted Haku as his own son and gave his life a purpose, doing much more than any other missing ninja. And at the end of it all, he turned a new leaf, okay? And he stood against Gato's man after how much Naruto's word touched his heart, okay? So much so that he ended up dying on the side of his son. Now listen, I know there are more good sides to other villains, like Bane and some other ones. They do have good intentions to the world. Of course, I couldn't just fit all of them in one video. So if you want to comment down below, maybe I'll make a part two of this video. And now, to the best part of the video, click on this ball right here. Just click, subscribe, boom, quick, fast, and it's free. Look, I'm just giving you a promotion right now. If you click on this ball, you will subscribe to the best YouTube channel in the world. Subscribe to our YouTube channel because you will help me so much. And of course, click on the little bell below because you'll get notified when my next video comes out. I'll see you then. Peace.